Hey guys, it's X, and welcome back to another Castlevania video. We are finally back. Last week was incredibly hectic, you have no idea. That's why there haven't been any videos. I've been wanting to make some, because this is what I do in my free time. This is my hobby, I love doing this. But I had so much going on. Anyway, I'll explain all that later. Let's just get right back into the farming where we can collect the rest of these souls. We got a Minotaur here with a rare drop, a common drop, and his soul. This here's a good location to get him. And I'm going to show you a little bit of the process that goes on in my head whenever I show you guys the best tactics to farm these. You can see me looking through my souls here, trying to find out which one would probably be best, because the Minotaur's got a lot of HP. I can't one-shot him, so I'm looking for a good ranged soul that'll let me take him out fairly quickly if I can use it in combination with my katana. And apparently the merman isn't a very good one, so let's see what we can do with the skull archer. If you'll remember, this is the delayed but spammable arrow, and apparently it takes 4 shots to take him down. It's fairly costly as far as mana is concerned, so I try and combo it up. But first I'm going to equip my bastard sword so I get extra reach, and I figure after 3 shots with the arrows and 1 swing with the bastard sword, I should be able to save enough mana to do this on a fairly consistent basis, but still, sometimes that candle gets in the way and I lose one of my arrows to it. So, it's still not necessarily the best way to go. Luckily for me, as I'm still trying to figure out what to do, he drops his common drop, which is a battle axe. And the battle axe, you can see, has a drastic increase in attack power, but it is very, very slow. I can't move at all after I've swung it for like a second. But it does 2-shot the Minotaur. 2 shots right there. And sometimes the ectoplasm gets in the way, and he takes the death as well. Now, in this room there are 3 things that I need. I need the ectoplasm soul. I need the Minotaur's soul, which drops here. Strength increases by 8. And I still need his rare drop. So, we've got his soul, I still need the ectoplasm soul, and I still need the Minotaur's rare drop, and there's also another mob in here, and as we can see here, the Katobopas, or Katobopas. Yeah, I think it's Katobopas. Anyway, he's in here, and he's got a rare drop, and a soul that I need. So, this room's got 3 things, that's why I chose it. So running back and forth through the room, I eventually get the Katobopas soul. I still need his rare drop, but I've got his soul now. Let's see what it does. Breathes a petrifying cloud. It deals a very low amount of damage, and it doesn't petrify the big guys. But against the smaller targets, it does petrify them. Not that it does any good, because they still deal damage if you touch them. A little later, the Katobopas drops his rare drop, which is milk, and I thought that was cute. That brought a smile to my face when I saw it. Anyway, here's his finished card, leaving just the ectoplasm soul and the Minotaur's rare drop in this room. Making good use of the skeleton soul again to pick off those ectoplasms if they don't get in the way of my axe. I do this for quite a while. Eventually, I move away from that. I give up on getting the rare drop in there and the ectoplasm soul, because after about 20 minutes of farming, you eventually get bored. There's other things to do, so I decided to come farm up the student witch. And eventually, I developed a small technique. If you jump at just the right time and swing, you can hit the candle, or the lantern, and collect what the lantern drops, and still kill the student witch. So I do that a fair number of times, when eventually she drops her rare drop, the cream soda, which is what I was going for. I already had her soul, but I needed her cream soda. Well, I needed her rare drop, not her cream soda. I didn't know it was cream soda. But anyway, there's her completed card. And we'll move on. Next, we've got the Arachne, with a common drop and a soul. And I know a good place to farm these. In this room, there are also a few things that I need. There are plenty of ectoplasms, because I still need the ectoplasm soul. But there are also fleamen in here. The fleamen have a rare drop that I need. So I need the common drop and the soul off the Arachne. I need the ectoplasm soul, and I need the fleaman's common drop and... No, I already have his soul, so I need his common drop. This room is nice and long, it's got plenty of mobs in it. There we go. Oh, missed the skeleton soul. Not that time. And don't worry, that was just an uncursed potion. I've killed so many ectoplasms by this point that I'm full in my inventory of uncursed potions I can't pick up anymore. So those fleamen are a little bit of a hassle to hit. So I figured the Catoplasma soul would be a good idea, because it's a low mana cost ability, and it attacks in a wide cone in front of me. And that pretty much makes life really hard on the fleamen. They get one shot by it, so it's an easy way to take them down. And eventually, the Arachne soul drops, and snares enemies using a sticky web. Let's try it out. It's got a nice little arc to it. Kind of reminds me of Squitter from Donkey Kong Country. I think that's his name, Squitter. Anyway, it's a fairly effective soul. And eventually, the Fleaman drops his cloth tunic, so there's his completed card. Meaning in here, I still need the Arachne's common drop and her soul. No, I have her soul, I'm sorry. The Arachne's common drop. And I still need the ectoplasm soul. And there's the common drop off the Arachne. It's just a simple potion. There we go. Soul, potion, completed card. And now, since all I need are ectoplasms, there's a better place to farm those, which is in the room right next to the one I was just in. Searching through my souls here, because in this room, if you have good aim, you can take out both of those ectoplasms with one shot. I missed the first one. I missed the second one. Don't get them both. But that, here we go. Eventually I get it down. After a few attempts, I learn exactly what to do. And that lantern can be used to restore your MP as you're doing this, because the Durga soul takes up 20 MP a cast. But that lantern always drops a large heart. Well, most of the time drops a large heart. So it can be used reliably to refill your mana while you're doing this. Until eventually, bam, ectoplasm soul. Immunity to curses. That's always nice. And here's the ectoplasm's completed soul. Or completed card, I'm sorry. And now we're moving on to the Quetzalcoatl, with a rare drop and a soul. This is the only room where he can be found early in the game. And you can see early on, I get a level off of him, and his soul. It's a good soul. Constitution increases by 8. And then I farm him up for a while. And a while longer. And a while longer. And longer. He was another long one to farm. Eventually I give up, figure I'll come back to him later, and I come to farm the next mob, which is this zombie officer found in this room. And look who else is here. That's right. Our friend the Tiny Devil. Taking out the Tiny Devil with the skeleton soul, and the zombie officer drops his soul in short order. It says it restores health if you jump while taking damage, so I decided to come try that out. And we can see here it doesn't work exactly as I thought it did. But after this, something beautiful happens. And this is going to be a double update today, guys, so check the next video to see exactly what that is. See you guys there.